Okay, let's take a look at our commodities here. So we'll start off with silver. So silver, we see that yesterday price did come into the support at 26. At this point, there is a slight downwards trend here. We see that price has been making lower highs, but it hasn't really managed to make lower lows. So at this point, I would look for a drop back towards 26, and only if it goes through, then we'll look for a move lower. Because what could happen here is price could come retest the support like it has tested several times. This is an important support. So if it doesn't go through, we could see it go back up. So for now, bias is neutral to bearish. 26 is still the first target, and only if it goes through that are we looking for a drop below that. And once it crosses over, next target here would be 25.30. So neutral to bearish bias here for silver. Gold here, gold is looking neutral as well. Again, we see that price did drop into the support, but it wasn't able to go through the support. So same thing here. If we see that price is not able to break through, then we are likely to see a move back towards 1960. So bias here is neutral. For gold, I would keep an eye on 1910 as long as it holds above that. We're looking for a move back up towards 1960. So neutral bias for gold. Oil here, oil did go up. So with the hurricanes and the oil refineries being shut, this has been good for oil, and we have seen oil go up. It's right into the resistance, so it is bullish, but if it doesn't go through the resistance, we could still see it come back into the range. So that would be the caution, so keep that in mind. But otherwise, it is bullish. Once we see a break here, then we are looking for a further move to the upside. But keep in mind, this is a major resistance level. If it gets stuck below this, then we're back into the range once again. So neutral to bullish bias here for oil. Next target here would be 45.80. Copper here, copper wasn't quite able to break the support. We have seen a bounce back up. The candle close for today is quite small. So with this one here, we may see a move higher towards 2.92, even potentially into 2.93. So slight bullish bias here, bullish to neutral. But if it doesn't break through, it's right into resistance, right where it is 2.90 or 2.91. If it doesn't break through that, it can still come back down. So neutral to bullish bias here for copper. Once it crosses through this level though, next target that we're looking at would be 2.93. Bitcoin here, Bitcoin has dropped. It dropped through the support, nice, strong bearish candle close. But keep in mind, we had a nice bearish candle close right into the support here, and then it bounced up from that. So just because we have a strong candle close to the downside does not mean that we will get a follow through. So for now, bias is bearish, I would say with caution though, because we do need to see a break below the support. So if it breaks through the support, then we're looking for a continuation to the downside. So neutral bias here, neutral to bearish bias. Next level is 10,835, and then below that we're looking at 10,550. So neutral to bearish bias here for Bitcoin. All right, let's take a look at our indices here. Stock market has been doing really well. We did see, if you take a look at the 1 hour, we did see a bit of a drop, but then it pushed back up and closed right into the highs here. So this is looking bullish. It's still holding that it's holding above the all-time highs here. So this one, even though it's losing a little bit of momentum, it's still bullish. So if it goes through this resistance level, next target would be 3475 and then 3500. So bias here is bullish for S&P 500. Nasdaq here, Nasdaq had dropped earlier, but then it finished the day strong and broke through this resistance. So we have a bullish candle close here. So bias is bullish. And in terms of our targets, next target is 11,850. So Nasdaq is looking bullish. Dow Jones here. Dow Jones did not do as well. We see that price did go into this resistance level. We had a double top and price dropped here. What I would look for here, we have an inefficient move here. What that means is if price doesn't break through the support here, we could get a double bottom and another move to the upside. So that's something to watch out for. If it doesn't go through this support at 28,000 or 28,100, we're looking for a move back up again. So bias for the time being is neutral here, neutral to bearish. If it crosses through this resistance, then we're looking for a move back towards 27,450. So at this point, we just have to be cautious. And once we get a break through the support, then we can go bearish. But for now, I would watch out for the support level. As long as it holds above 28,100, then that still, the trend is still bullish at that point. DAX here, DAX did close to the downside, but as we can see, there are pins on both sides in this candle. So it's not a strong bearish candle at this point. So bias is neutral here for DAX. If it holds above today's high, I will look for another leg higher here as well. So as long as it holds above, basically we are looking for a move higher. So bias here is neutral. Next target would be the high of today, 13,200, and then 13,300. FTSE here, FTSE did drop today. It is still trading in that range. It went right into the resistance as we had discussed and then dropped from there. We have a bearish candle close, so we may see a bit of a drop, but this one still looks range bound at the moment. So it may just come back down and then move back up, bounce off of the support here. So neutral to bearish bias here for FTSE. Target would be 59.50, and then if it holds, we're looking at 60. We're looking at 60.50 and then 61.60 level. So neutral to bearish bias here for FTSE. Nikkei here, Nikkei is right into our resistance. As we can see, this is a very strong resistance here, and this is where price had turned around previously. Now there is bullishness in this candle, so we have to be cautious. If it doesn't go through though, I will look for a drop, but because there is bullishness, chances are we are likely to see a move higher here towards 23,580. And should it go through that, we're looking at 23,800. So bias is bullish, but with caution. So neutral to bullish here. And that's it for today. You guys have a wonderful trading day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.